Hi everyone, so I've got a I had a spot then there, shadow. I've got a book unboxing for you. This one's from Fairyloot. Not overnight. Overnight have changed their shipping dates to 23rd through to 28th of January. I thought they used to do it on the 20th of the month you'd get it in. It's like quarterly, I think. So this one, I was not expecting this early. I also have a small book haul as well. As I said before, I'm trying to lower book buying this year to like special editions, pre-orders, and kind of like that kind of stuff. So probably more unboxings than hauls, but if I have a mini haul I will put it in an unboxing. So I'll get the mini haul out the way. Vast majority of these are actually pre-orders. One was a Christmas present, and then two, technically should be three, were from a book cycle. The third one's on my shelf, which I'll just sit now. So the one that's actually on my shelf is Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. It's just to replace an old copy that was somehow managing to get mouldy. I know, bit weird. I don't know how. Maybe it was already like that when I bought it. Who knows? So the others from the book cycle shop. Get them out the way first. So, Forgotten Voices of the Somme by Joshua Levine. So this is from the Imperial War Museum Sound Archive. So it's Forgotten Voices of the Somme presents an intimate, poignant, sometimes even bleakly funny insight from the life on the front line and in the trenches, featuring contributions from soldiers on both sides and differing backgrounds, ranks and roles. Many of them previously unpublished, and this is a startling new oral history of the unique, terrible conflict. I've been to the Imperial War Museum in Manchester last year. Lovely. That sounds wrong to say it was lovely. It was lovely to look at. I'm not making this sound right at all. I enjoy history, so it was nice to actually look at some of these artefacts and stuff. Plus they played a video to do with the D-Day landings and things like that, which was like a unique thing that no one had seen before, apart from like people who go. And like I did this kind of like follow along kind of finding treasure hunt thing, which I like doing at museums. It was really cool. And I like this kind of thing. I've been looking for this for ages, and I'm glad I found it. So this is going to be a bleak but also quite nice read to learn things. And then it gets bleaker. There we go. Peaky Blinders, the real story. This is the true history on the Peaky Blinders, the actual gang from Birmingham. I really like the show, the Peaky Blinders. It's been actually quite a long time since I've watched it. I'm probably due a rewatch, when I finish some My Horrible Histories rewatch. I will probably start rewatching Peaky Blinders. So this is written by a historian, and he's also a descendant. So Carl Chin is a descendant of the Peaky Blinders themselves, and the son of an illegal Birmingham bookmaker. What more could you want from a man? He's drawn together unseen photographs, interviews with relatives of the gangs to reveal facts behind the fiction. And I'm glad it's this cover. Yes, this cover with Tommy Shelby on. I like Tommy Shelby quite a lot. Probably shouldn't, but I do. Blame Cillian Murphy. So then the Christmas present that didn't actually come at Christmas, because then I'll do my pre-orders then. Her Soul to Take by Hallie LaRue. This is the special edition. The stunning spread edges. Look at this. I haven't actually read this. So, you know. Stunning. It's going to be a very long video. Look at this. Foiling both sides. And papers. I think they're the same front and back. Yes. It's very creaky. It's signed as well. And also has a bound letter which spans a few pages. And I nearly dropped it. Whoa. That wouldn't have been good because it would have hit my tripod. Not very good at holding books with one hand. And then the reverse dust jacket. I'm hoping you can actually see that. My light's reflecting off it. There we go. So this should have come for Christmas. It did not. So actually this is should have been part of my Christmas haul really. And now you're seeing it. Even though I never did a Christmas haul. And the spread edges. I think this is the American edition. Because it only has American prices and not British. And it has a bonus chapter. So, I've not even told you what it's about. So it's about Leon, who I'm guessing is the demon. It says on the back, if you stay in the dark too long, you will forget what the light feels like. And then Ray, who is the female, is in French there's a phrase for the random urge to jump from high places. The irrational desire to swerve into traffic despite imminent destruction. And it mentions the French phrase, but I can't speak French. The call of the void. What if you jumped? What if you touched the fire? When I looked at him staring at me, the void called. What if? The demon just didn't just want my body, he wanted my soul. It's a dark romance. And I like dark romances. In case you didn't know. I've read Haunting Adeline. Not Haunting Adeline, just Haunted Adeline. I've read Blood Slave. All 5. And I've read one called Tommy's Girl now. Parts 1 and part 2. And that was amazing. I've read The Rituals. That wasn't that great, but you'll hear more about that in my January wrap-up. I've read Soul Connections, which you would have heard about by now. I'm classing that as dark romance. Now, on to my pre-orders. One you've probably heard a lot about. The Baby Dragon Cafe by A.T. Kurisha. I've probably butchered that. When fire meets desire. Welcome to the cutest and most complicated cafe in town. The Sapphire? I'm not good with names apparently. Opens her cafe for customers with pet dragons. She isn't expected to be quite so hard to keep the fire burning, but her young dragon patrons keep incinerating the furniture, which means selling coffee isn't covering her costs. Local heartthrob Aiden is a gardener. Through his disobedient baby dragon is a major distraction from his beloved plants. However, Saphira's cafe gives him an idea. He'll ask Saphira to train his dragon and pay her enough to keep the cafe afloat. They know they are the answer to each other's problems. But happy-go-lucky Saphira, I'm going to call her Saphira. It's probably wrong, but I'm calling her Saphira now. And a gorgeous but grumpy Aiden couldn't be more different. Can they find a way to work together and maybe even ignite a fire of their own? But look how cute these dragons are. I like dragons. That may be indicative since I didn't like Ironfly. But I did say Taryn was the only thing worth the book, so I do like dragons. And then I'll do the hardback because I really want to discuss more about this one. Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. I just bought this because Grady Hendrix, and look at the cover. And look at sprayed edges. And ow. It's fine. It looks great. Nice. So, I know nothing about this. Absolutely zilch. So they call them wayward girls. Loose girls, girls who grew up too fast. And they're sent to Wellwood House in St. Augustine, Florida, where unwed mothers are hidden by their families to give birth in secret. Oh. You can tell I didn't look into the synopsis of this. Let's carry on. Put the babies up for adoption, and most important of all, forget any of it ever happened. 15-year-old Fern arrives at the home in the sweltering summer of 1970, pregnant, terrified and alone. There she meets a dozen of other girls in the same predicament. Rose, a hippie who insists she's going to keep her baby and escape to a commune, and Zinara, a budding musician who plans to marry her baby's father. And Holly, which is my name by the way, a burly 14, mute and pregnant by no one knows who. This is going to be an interesting book. Every moment of the waking day is strictly controlled by adults who claim to know what's best for them, until Fern meets a librarian who gives her an occult book about witchcraft. And suddenly power is in the hands of the girls for the first time in their lives. But power can be destroyed as easily as it creates. It is never given freely. There's always a price to be paid, and usually it's paid in blood. I did not read the synopsis. I get the blood thing, but I just thought witchcraft, Grady Hendrix, it's gonna be great, not knowing that that's what that meant. I'm not against it. Just didn't know what it was. I don't read synopsis for half of the books I buy, by the way. I just got pure vibes. Nice one. Anyway, this one, I didn't read the synopsis of this one either. I went off the cover. This is called The Boy I Love by William Hussey. They look like Steve and Bucky from Marvel. There's Steve, there's Bucky. Apparently though, this one's actually set in World War I, not World War II. So there's a slight time difference. But, you know, cover by. I'm actually thoroughly going to enjoy this stuff. So, it's 1916. Returning from the front after an injury, 19-year-old Stephen is even called Stephen. If that's not fate, I don't know what is. Wonders what he's fighting for. Then he meets Private Danny McCormick. It's McCormick, not McCormack. A smart, talented new recruit. From their first meeting, there's something undeniable between them. Something forbidden by both society and the army. Determined to protect Danny, Stephen must face down the ignorance of his superiors, as well as the onslaught of German shells and sniper fire. As the summer ticks down to the Battle of the Somme, I seem to have a thing for the Battle of the Somme, apparently. Well, Stephen and Danny's love save them or condemn them. I seem to have a thing for the Battle of the Somme. I mean, look at that. Look at that cover. And then you have the poppy field on the back. I couldn't resist. I saw that and went, that's mine. This is going well. I didn't know the synopsis of one. And I cover bought the other. The actual unboxing. So, this is a Fairyloot box set. It's the card. That's the back, nothing special. This is the Glimmer Falls series. This is, I think, interconnected standalones. Yeah. So these are by Sarah Hawley. I'm just going to hold them up and then show you everything about them. A Demon's Guide. That went well. A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch. Honestly. So this is the cover. Spine. Some very bright pink sprayed edges. I think I'm sending the camera very weirdly. And then books are falling. Quote on the back. Should have done this first because this is really what you're all waiting for. Dust jackets do not flip. Proof. Just in case you wanted proof. The foiling. I forgot the word. This is why I should not be filming at night. And then the end pages. These are not like full. It's like Lumicrate can does better. Not gonna lie. There's one of them that's signed. And it ain't this one. So this is about Caldania Cunnington. She knows she's rough around the edges and her hot temper can get the best of her. When she's stopped a demon attack one night, she's horrified to realise the man she saved is none other than the cold-hearted Astaroth. What are these names? Astaroth is a legendary member of the Demon High Council, or at least he was. Suffering from amnesia after being stripped of his immortality and banished to the mortal plane, he doesn't know why a demon named Moloch is after him, nor why the angry, hot and terrifying way witch hates him so much. So she helps him. She agrees to help him find the witch who might be able to restore his memory. Found that once he is cured, she'll kick his ass. Okay. Interesting. I don't blame her. I don't know what he's done to wrong her, but if it's that bad, you go girl, you kick his ass. So that's the first one. I really need to actually make like a good space for this. There's two demon ones in this. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. This one's purple with... that is really messing with the camera. With yellow edges. And then very simple artwork. And end pages. Try not to drop the book this time. This is the signed one. So this one is about Marielle is prophesied to be the most powerful witch seen in centuries, but she prefers baking bread to brewing potions. Don't we all? When a spell goes very wrong, she finds herself staring down a demon, one she inadvertently summoned for a soul bargain. This is like Bargainer series style. Ozroth. What? Ozroth. Okay. The Ruthless. That's a cool name, actually. Is a legend among his kind, but ever since the bargain went awry, he's been a laughingstock. A deal with Mariel could earn back his deadly reputation. However, getting her to sign over her soul is going to be a lot harder than anticipated. He can't leave her side until she makes a deal, and becoming awkward roommates quickly escalates to real attraction. Okay. Interesting. This is actually a kind of cool one. I like the colour combination with this one. A Werewolf's Guide to Seducing the Vampire. It's looking really nice. I like the quote, the light is most beautiful to those who know the dark. It's very pretty. Orange. These edges are not doing the camera any favours. I say camera, it's an iPad, but you know what I mean. Blue. And paper. I can't get the dust jacket off. And then foiling. Lovely. So this is about werewolf named Ben Rosewood. He's happy with his life 100%, everything's fine, and his business is thriving. And his anxiety disorder, well, it's been better. Nice. As for romance, who has the time? Agreed. After drunkenly bidding on and winning a supposedly possessed crystal online one night, we've all done it. Crystals at the back, actually, you can see that's my giant obsidian one. My giant rose quartz is there, amongst other bits and bobs in it. Like how you can actually see them while I'm reading this. And one night he finds himself face to face with a beautifully angry vampire. I've yet to find myself face to face with a vampire, so we're alright. Eleanor Betancourt Devereux. I butchered her last name, it's French. Is a rare breed of vampire succubus. I've read about succubuses. Real ones. Thanks to an evil witch, she's been sucked in a crystal, forced to obey the possessor of the rock. And she's been dreaming of breaking the spell and severing the witch's head for centuries. Interesting. She would claw the werewolf's heart out and eat it if only the banning spell would allow her to. Wow. Interesting. This is going to be a fun one. So he has to try and seduce her. Mate, I don't think that's going to work out for you. These are going to be some fun books. Anyway. This has been quite the interesting video, to say the least. A spot. It's not, is it? Looks like. Yeah. The main thing was the unboxing. I thought I'd save that till last. A surprise one, which I was not expecting to arrive today. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you hopefully next with the Evernight one, but you never know at this rate. Bye.